Hello, Ryan here, aka Mac, and welcome. Let us check out what is happening in the world of Star Citizen this week. As always, a huge thank you to all of my patrons and channel members. Thank you so much for the support, it is truly appreciated. And if you do enjoy my videos, please do consider subscribing and helping the channel to grow. So this Tuesday, we have a new Galactopedia post from the narrative team. I say it every time there is a Galactopedia update, but for anyone interested in Star Citizen's lore, these articles are a must. However, the Galactopedia is slowly making its way into the Mobiglass in-game for a future implementation. So for many of us, it'll be a nice way of passing the time on long quantum jumps, reading about certain aspects of the game's lore, rather than out of game. This Thursday, Inside Star Citizen will be a part 2 of the audio team's updates. This time, it appears to be focusing on ship sounds. Now, the previous episode I thoroughly enjoyed with reverberation and propagation, and how they are getting all the sounds now working through their Claudius tech, of which I'm sure I can already hear in 320. There still needs to be some tweaking and refinement, but it does appear that the audio is already getting updated. Now, ships and their sounds are of course vital to really selling that feeling that you are in a vessel in the middle of space, well, anywhere really, and sounds can add so much to the experience, or they can take so much away if they're not working, so I am very much looking forward to hearing not just what new and cool sounds are coming along, but also the polishing and improving of old sounds to be more consistent, as the current sounds in Star Citizen are very temperamental and buggy. Also, this Thursday, Ship Showdown continues on, and we will be entering the Elite 8 stage, which says they will be available to fly for free, so keep an eye out for the free fly comlink for more details. So this confirms to me that there will be a free fly for anyone to try the game completely free. All you will need to do is create an account, but do wait for the details, and for this to kick off, as often there are referral bonuses like a free ground vehicle, so do wait, otherwise you will miss out on the freebie. And it is great to see so many Drake ships in this year's Ship Showdown making their way through the rounds. I would be more than happy for either the Cutter, Cutlass, or Vulture to win. And so then this Friday, Star Citizen Live is back with 2 members of the Arena Commander Features team jumping into Arena Commander Live to showcase their work that is coming with 320. Now, I think for anyone interested in Arena Commander for 320, which I do realise is not everybody, this is going to be an interesting episode, as there is a lot of new updates coming to Arena Commander, some that I am still finding out for myself, so getting the lowdown from those who actually updated it will be very useful. And in regards to Alpha 320, it was brought out of Evocati last week. It is now with Wave 1 and Wave 2, and I am seeing a lot of smaller updates and improvements that I will be putting into a dedicated 320 features video, as the roadmap seldom includes absolutely every change. So do keep your eyes out for that video, as there is a lot of decent quality of life updates beyond just the roadmap features. Now, in other news, during a recent Shanghai Bar Citizen, Chris Roberts was interviewed, and here is what was said. Firstly, in regards to China and the Chinese community, CIG are currently recruiting a Chinese player community manager, and although they say it might be too difficult to hold a CitizenCon in China, they will look to potentially hold a large-scale official event there one day in the future. I mean, that would be amazing to go and attend that. Chris was also asked about Starfield and what he feels about this, and he said he doesn't see them as competitors, more of a cooperative relationship, as Starfield will make more people interested in space exploration and space games in general, and when they look for more, they will find Star Citizen. He is looking forward to playing Starfield and has high hopes for it, as he regards Bethesda as a highly skilled game studio. And personally, this is exactly how I've been feeling about Starfield. I can't wait to play. I have the premium edition. I'm gonna take Friday off and just binge it, but it is an entirely different game to that of Star Citizen. The only similarity really is its theme. And with Bethesda having a huge audience, much larger than that of CIG, this will mean there are potentially thousands, if not millions of people becoming more interested in sci-fi games and the space game theme. And they will go searching for more of that experience while playing Starfield or once they have finished with it. So really, it can only help the genre and create more interest. Now, in regards to CitizenCon and Alpha 4.0, Chris said that they are purposely holding back details about 4.0 until CitizenCon, as we know, since this is what the event will be mostly focused on, and this is why Inside Star Citizen is featuring less big ticket items. But 4.0 will definitely include the first version of server meshing, being static server meshing, as well as travel to other systems and other things as well, but he doesn't want to say too much as Jared and Tyler will shoot him. Also, it is interesting he doesn't just specify Pyro, but they have said that the Nyx system won't be too far behind Pyro, but do not expect Nyx and Pyro to come at the same time. It will be Pyro first, and then Nyx at a later date. But also, speaking of 4.0, it has been said that they are still on track for the end of the year, as mentioned a while back. Not likely on the live servers, but for the PTU in some capacity. It was also mentioned a while back, maybe last year, that they are aiming for Evocati, but any other waves beyond Evocati would be a massive win in my opinion. And again, 4.0 will be server meshing and Pyro. And they say that server meshing, as we know, has been in testing for a while, and at this time they are mostly focused on client crash handling and server crash fixes, plus the friends list issues, and they are expecting a feature-complete Pyro announcement at CitizenCon. Although we don't have a source or a solid source for who said this, so do take it with a pinch of salt, but all of this coincides with what they mentioned last year for the plan this year. So quite the exciting news there. Great to hear Chris Roberts is still aiming for an end-of-year release of 4.0 for the PTU. Do remember this doesn't mean the live servers, just the public test universe, as they have been all hands on deck getting Pyro built up as much as possible, plus working to get the first version of server meshing ready to go. It is going to be a very interesting run up to the end of the year, and I cannot wait to see what CitizenCon brings, and just checking in on Pyro again, and of course server meshing. So hopefully it is all good news, and it is onwards and upwards from there. Now finally from me this week, I will be working on the 320 features video and my CitizenCon hopes and dreams video. Plus, if all goes well, tomorrow I will look to record my next episode of the Hardcore Zero to Hero series. Apologies it is taking so long. My other half has got a lot of work on right now, so we're trying to balance looking after summer and getting our work done. But Arirath is very close to getting a couple of components to get him airborne. Also, I will be streaming over at twitch.tv/supermacbrother this Wednesday, playing 320 right now, checking out all the juicy new features and having a blast hanging out with all of you guys. There will be no stream on Friday, as I've said I'll be taking that day off for various reasons. Well, one reason, Starfield. But with that said, hit the thumbs up if you don't mind, it does the channel a big favour, and tick that notification bell if you would like to be notified when my videos go live. Again, a huge thank you to my patrons and channel members. Cannot do this without you guys, so thank you so much for all the support. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.